I've played Guild Wars 2 for over a decade, through every expansion, every patch, and every so-called MMO kill. And somehow, it's still the game I always come back to. So today, I want to share 12 quick reasons why Guild Wars 2 is still absolutely worth playing in 2025. Whether you're brand new, returning after years, or just looking for an MMO that actually respects your time. I'm Simmer, and without much further ado, let's jump straight in. Let's start with the obvious one. There's no monthly fee. You buy the game once, and that's it. No sub, no pressure, no hidden catch. You can even play the entire base game for free if you just want to test it out yourself. There's no pay-to-win nonsense or battle pass burnout. Just the freedom to log in when you feel like it and still enjoy everything the world offers. The gear you earn today will still matter years from now. There's no endless item level treadmill or expansion reset. If you crafted a legendary weapon in 2021, it's just as strong in 2025. That means you can take breaks, play other games, and come back without starting over. It's one of the most player-friendly systems in any MMO. You progress in options, not inflation. And the best part, even though you're not chasing new gear every week, you never run out of things to do, at least in my opinion. I've played for over 13,000 hours and still have entire collections, achievements, and builds waiting for me to be played. Combat in Guild Wars 2 actually feels alive. It's fast, reactive, and rewards movement and timing instead of memorizing a rotation. You can still do that, don't get me wrong, but you can also dodge through attacks, combo abilities with allies, break defiance bars, revive teammates mid-fight. It's not about staring at cooldowns, it's about reading the fight and adapting. Once you get used to it, most traditional MMOs feel like you're swinging a sword underwater. If you're still wired for games like New World or other action MMOs, flip on action camera or plug in a controller. Suddenly Guild Wars 2 feels like a third-person action RPG. You aim, line up projectiles, and every weapon has a distinct feeling. It's an awesome way to transition if you're used to that style of combat, and it genuinely makes the game feel brand new again. Guild Wars 2 doesn't hand you a to-do list. It throws you into a world that reacts to what players do. That's a positive and a negative. Events appear naturally. Defend a village, escort a caravan, take down a world boss, and those events can actually fail or succeed. It's messy, unpredictable, and so much more interesting than following a quest chain in my opinion. Every map has its own rhythm, and even after all these years, I stumble into events I've never seen before. Mounts here aren't cosmetic taxis, they're part of the game's design. The raptor leaps across canyons, the springer vaults up cliffs, the skyscale climbs and flies through the air. Each mount has its own physics, animations, and masteries that open new routes through the world. In my opinion, no MMO has nailed mount movements like this. Getting your first mount feels like unlocking an entirely new dimension of exploration. This is what surprises most new players. Guild Wars 2 might have the friendliest community in the genre. Yes, a lot of games tell you that, but in Guild Wars 2 it might actually be true. People stop mid-fight to revive you. Mentors guide new players through events, and mapship is usually wholesome chaos. Because there's no kill stealing or loot competition, helping others is literally the most efficient way to play. And it builds a culture that makes the game genuinely welcoming. In the starter zones, oftentimes you find players actually providing you with bigger bags so that you can start your adventure easier. ArenaNet's mega server system was genius. Instead of splitting players into empty worlds, the game automatically fills each map with active players from across regions. That means even starter zones like Queensdale or Metuka Province are bustling 12 years later. You never feel like you're alone. There's always someone nearby to join an event, farm a meta, or just chat. Guild Wars 2 quietly solved most of the annoyances other MMOs still struggle with. Material storage, automatic salvage kits, shared inventory slots, full build and gear templates, all included, not sold separately to some extent. You can swap entire builds in seconds or clean your inventory bags with one button. It feels like devs actually played their own game and asked, how do we make this smoother for players? And then they just did it. Guild Wars 2 doesn't wipe the slate clean every expansion. It's one continuous story that's grown for over a decade, from the Dragon Titan all the way to the latest chapters in Visions of Eternity. But you can still play from scratch. Every expansion adds new regions, masteries, and storylines that all connect. You don't need to know everything, it's still there. The presentation has leveled up massively. Full voice acting, proper cinematics. It feels like being part of an evolving world, not just running errands for NPCs. And I say that even though I'm not a lore enjoyer. This might be my favorite thing. Guild Wars 2 respects your time. You don't have to grind every day or chase limited time seasons to stay relevant. Systems like the Wizard's Vault give you clear, flexible goals. You can log in for 15 minutes and still earn something meaningful. The game fits around your schedule and not the other way around. And that makes it so much easier to actually enjoy it. Guild Wars 2 isn't coasting on nostalgia. It's actively expanding. The teams moved to a yearly expansion model, with new elite specs, story arcs, and quality of life improvements rolling out constantly. They've unified rewards across PvE, PvP, and World vs. World, so every playstyle feels rewarding. After 12 years, it doesn't feel old, it feels refined. Like an MMO that's learned from everyone else's mistakes and of course their own, and kept only what works. And they are still improving. So those are 12 big reasons I still think Guild Wars 2 is absolutely worth playing in 2025. It's not a perfect game, nothing ever is. But it's one that keeps earning my time year after year after year. Whether you're chasing legendaries, exploring for the first time, or just looking for a world that feels alive, it's still one of the best experiences you can have in the MMO genre. Thanks for watching, take care, and maybe I'll see you somewhere out there in Tyria.